Mickey and the Culture Clash is the very last episode of Disney's House of Mouse. For context, this aired in October 2003, so the show ended just shy of 20 years ago, which is kind of scary to think about. It's actually the 52nd episode overall, and of course the 52nd that I've discussed. And as a final episode, it's not too bad. I don't know if they knew it was the final episode, if they knew this was the final commissioned season. If they did, I feel like they could have made more of an effort to incorporate a lot more different Disney characters because we only really have, I think Belle was in it, we get a glimpse of O'Malley and the Alley Cats, but generally we don't get that many other Disney characters in it. So I feel like had they known, if they did know it was the last episode, I don't think it's a quality final episode. But just as a final episode of the third season, not too bad. The main narrative focuses on Mickey Mouse believing that Minnie doesn't think that he's sophisticated enough and that she wants a more sophisticated boyfriend. And Mortimer Mouse, getting wind of this, uses this as an opportunity to help Mickey. And I put that in air quotes. He basically tries to convince Mickey to change his personality and become more sophisticated. And of course, he's using this as an opportunity to kind of get closer to Minnie and see if Minnie will change her attention to him. I won't say what happens, it may be slightly predictable in a good way. But I didn't mind it too much. It was quite sweet. Mortimer, I have a love to hate relationship with him. He's a very annoying character, but he makes a great antagonist for Mickey. I think Minnie's response to everything was pretty exemplary. She handled everything very well. Mickey, I understand his reaction, but I definitely think there are lessons in there about how not to react in that kind of scenario. Not a bad narrative, as I said, didn't incorporate too many other Disney characters, so that wasn't that great. But on its own, it's not too bad. We do have three music-based cartoons, which were all right. We have Mickey's Piano Lesson, which is about Mickey neglecting practice for a recital and then obviously basically having a panic attack when he realizes time's running out and he's got a lot to do. Quite liked it. We'll talk about it separately. Definitely a very well animated cartoon. The second one is Dance of the Goofies, which I liked the first half. I didn't like the second half. Again, we'll discuss it separately, but I didn't mind it. And the third one is a very brief Maestro Mini Brahms Lullaby, which I think might be one of my favourite Maestro Minis. Not the biggest fan of the Maestro Mini cartoons, but this one was okay. Again, we'll discuss it separately. So three relatively decent cartoons, a relatively decent House of Mouse episode. As a final episode, really not good enough. But I'm going to give them the benefit of the doubt and say that maybe they didn't know that there wouldn't be a fourth season. Not a bad episode on its own. And really not a bad way to end the season. It's not like a terrible episode. It's been a very interesting journey to watch and review these 52 episodes. I've really thoroughly enjoyed it. Slightly sad that it's over, but there are plenty more ways to get Disney nostalgia. I'm going to attempt to watch Mickey Mouse Works next. I don't know if it's available online, but that's my next Disney project. Really enjoyed it. Would love to know what you think of this episode. If you've got a favourite House of Mouse episode, I'd love to know which one it is. I don't know which one my favourite is, but it's probably one of the Halloween episodes. But ultimately, it's a brilliant show. It's a shame it had to end. Mickey and the Culture Clash is definitely not bad.